It's March 26th, 2024. One of the stupidest things, in my estimation, that people can do right now is hold on to variable rate debt, such as credit card debt, that's attached to the prime rate, which has no cap on it. Because when interest rates spike, when the bond market collapses, and it will, that means there's no cap on the interest you can be charged on that debt. That means that debt is pretty much immediately payable, or it's going to bankrupt you. So what that means is that if you have that kind of debt, you need to refinance that, and you need to put it on a fixed term at a fixed rate, even if that rate's higher than what you maybe could have once got, in my opinion. Now, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so, apparently my words have no value, and thus this can't be considered financial advice, because don't you know the government knows best and tries to control every fucking thing you say and do in this fucking world, man? I know a lot of people are struggling to keep their head above water right now, and that's the game. We're in the game. We've accumulated our gold, we've accumulated our silver, and now it's about trying to hold on to it. It's trying to live meagerly enough and about earning whatever income you can to stay ahead of your expenses and avoid having to sell off that stack. That's where we now are. So, a lot of people are going to be defaulting on debt, and a lot of people are going to be creditors are going to start going after some people, and yeah, there's going to come a point where the people aren't going to take it any longer, and they aren't going to treat these debt collectors real good. Things are going to get real fucking out of hand real fucking quick, man. And so, it's tough being out there in public because there's so much I can't say in public because there's so much going on all the time, and there's so many possibilities that I have to be aware of and I have to think about, that it's really hard to have open communication with people. And I try to do what I can to say what I need to say, but sometimes I can't say everything I've got to say. So people should be aware of that, and they should be aware that for a long time I've really been on my guard, and I've been real careful about the words that I've said. I've used real specific phrasing in the words I've said for real specific and intelligent fucking reasons, man. I got this friend who's getting squeezed out there in East Coast. She might end up dropping off the map, dropping off the grid, and running from those debts, finding a new life with a new identity. This is just something that people might start doing. Oh, man. What else can I tell you guys tonight, man? I've been worried a lot lately about these women, and is this really a woman, or is this someone who transitioned to a woman? And for me, it's important because a woman has certain physical uh, aspects to her that I know I really like and I really want. And so sometimes it's tough if I'm not sure, because I just don't know if even if there's a good connection, this might not be someone who's going to be able to give me everything that I want. So that's come up a couple times lately. I might have surprised some people with some of my actions. Uh, like I said, man, I got good reasons for the things I do, the things I say, and what's going on. I'm just trying to put what I can out there that hopefully is going to help different people understand like different things about me and maybe help inform people. People need clarity. They need to understand things. And I'm using broad examples from different parts of my life, and maybe there's a parallel this part of your life. If you don't know if I'm talking about this or that, you can talk to me and we can talk about it. And, I got a lot of different parts of my life. I got I got different places I go and different people I see. So don't read too much into it. But if something resonates, if something's helpful, just take it. Treat this like, these mystics do these videos where they kind of bounce around. Treat this like that. This is going to be general talk, but it's not nonsense. It's aspects of reality that I'm revealing. So, yeah, I really want to acquire some more junk silver soon. I want to get a little bit. I got a specific amount in mind, and once I got that amount, I'm going to feel like my stack is good over the 6 time horizons of investing that I'm looking at. And again, I'm not an investment advisor. This is just what I'm doing and thinking about. 6 time horizons. But it all is different forms of precious metals that I think different things are going to perform in different time periods better. And I think there's going to come a point in late hyperinflation where you're going to want that small fractional silver to trade. So that's the part of my stack that I think needs the most buffering. But unfortunately, I've been buying a lot lately. I've been filling up other holes in my stack, getting other things that I think will someday have a lot of value. Some collectible coins that have really drawn my attention, and so I don't have as much cash in the bank as I would like. And now I don't recommend keeping a lot of cash in the bank, but I want to keep about a little bit like 5,000 in there for just to cover like my monthly bills all get taken out of there. And I just, if something happened, my income, whatever, I just, it'd be nice to have that little cushion where I don't have to go deposit cash, because I also have some physical cash that I don't keep in the bank. And I highly recommend that everyone keep some of that around somewhere that you can access it. So, because, there's only so much cash. When the banking system shuts down, people are going to be using cash. They're going to be using cash for a while out there, and you're going to want to have some physical cash. You don't want to have too much, because eventually that becomes worthless too. Some of us have more need for cash than others, so maybe we carry a little more than others might. Some of us carry a little less. Different people got different needs in their community. A lot of people, you smoke weed, you need cash to buy weed. You might want to keep a little more cash on hand. Things like that. I use my credit card for expenses because I get the rewards and I just have an automatic payment, pay it off every month. So I don't get charged interest. So they're paying me to use that form of payment, well, I'll use that form of payment. And if they want to give me an interest-free loan for a month or a month and a half or to whenever I pay that statement off, then that's fine. I'll take an interest-free short-term loan and that's part of my credit card agreement. If I pay it off by that statement due date, they don't charge me interest. So it doesn't matter what the prime rate goes to, I don't get charged any interest. So that I think is a smart thing to do. If you do have debt, just try to get it refied. You know, there's still easy money out there if you've got decent credit. If you know, some people don't have decent credit. Some people already are kind of sunk, kind of lost. You know, bankruptcy is something people consider to restart, but there's going to be a lot of bankruptcies. There's not going to be enough bankruptcy court to process all the bankruptcies that are going to happen. And so I think a lot of people are just going to end up running from their debts and dropping off the grid and just hiding out, so to speak, working under the table, doing what they can until we get fucking freedom, and then people can come out of the hiding and start living like fucking human beings again, you know? So, you know, someone was chatting with me the other day about, I got this idea about like keeping money separate if you're in a marriage with I don't know. I mean, I just think each couple's got to work that out between themselves. And, I think the idea, like, there is this idea I've had that, like, two people could, like, be so completely in love that, like, that person's desires are literally your desires.